It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we've got Breece Hall. It was a nice performance in his last outing. Almost 170 yards on the ground. It's the Dolphins and the Steelers. And it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 6 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing Jones. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense for the Dolphins much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Jones.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory down at the 33. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris. And it caught up, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Josh Palmer,
his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
So here are the Dolphins now getting set for their initial possession. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hall again on 2nd down.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll look to throw here. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
So a big play there on 4th. And now 1st and 10 at the 30. Back to the ground with Hall.
Holding, offense.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
Hall again.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down.
They'll run with Hall.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Breece Hall. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all total.
It was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
To try again after the sack, Jones. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he comes back with one complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Off play action. Jones.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Here's a first. Plenty of shouts from these crowds. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Back to throw again. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet, not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. They'll toss to Harris. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers have taken the lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity. That's our bread and butter. That's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 61 yards.
And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Jones. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Jones now. They're bringing a blitz. Back to Kamara for another catch.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 9, Jones steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early. So we've hit halftime.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Here's Hall again. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Option play, here's Hall. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll give to Hall. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They run it with Hall off the option. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Breece Hall with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Well, Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Jones on 1st and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got him in, complete. And in
into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Josh Palmer with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Brees Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
153 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. On 1st down, right back to Hall.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and into new territory. Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll go again with Hall.
And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 35. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Option play, here's Hall.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They run it with Hall off the option.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Ball again on second down.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Well, you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Back to throw. Jones. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
To throw is Jones.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Now Jones. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Jones.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Josh Palmer, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And some room to run now. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was in the home team.